One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Commodores kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Throwing, Carr, right down the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. What does the top 5 ranking mean for Week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Carr. Here comes the heat. He's got it down the right side. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end.
And This offense talked about coming into the game, creating those explosive plays, being great on third down. Check, check. Both of those plays happen on the first drive, and they come through already in a great rhythm to start this football game.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got his man.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. Looking to throw, it's Carter. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, that's a nice job on third down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first third down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe that everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense.
So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw over.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Finding some room. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
And the Commodores can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Carter. Fires the pass, intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, I think they're going to look back on this one, guys, just with frustration, just an opportunity missed. Your defense did the best thing they could do, starting the game, forcing a turnover. Now you get the ball, and you give it right back. So the momentum you had and the energy that was in the building, now it goes swinging right back to the other side.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
And that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Irish send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Makes the grab at the 10. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The run inside. It's Alexander. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense back on top of it. That's going to be a safety, but trust me, that could have been much, much worse. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Mobley. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Here's Carr to throw. Here's a heat. Complete in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
You know, sometimes as a quarterback, guys, you just need a new environment. You need a change of scenery. This was a highly recruited guy. Didn't quite work out for him at his last destination. So now here he is, and he's not playing in a Power 4 conference by any stretch, but he feels like with this coaching staff, he's a better fit in this system, and he thinks he's going to have a big year.
And this is something we don't talk about as much, man. There's a lot of talent that also comes down now. So there's talent going up, yes, to new places, but these are really talented kids that don't necessarily get to start, but he's got obviously the name. He's got some ability, some skill. Interested to see him, new coaching staff.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused.
Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alexander. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's got it again. Could be an alley. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Commodores come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. To the air, it's Carter. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Just needs a crack to get a return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Graham. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. First and 10.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Wants to go right back downfield. Under fire. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Looking left. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And they'll take over. First and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
And the Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The short hands, it's Spence. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here's the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The run inside. It's Mobley. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And I know that wasn't a big gain, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions. They got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Carr. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Pulls it in, it's Mobley. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They're going to run it to the right. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke, taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. And it's the Blue Devils looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. And some room to work. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Looking to throw, it's Carter. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Busts through behind his pad. Touchdown! Fighting Irish! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Looking for a gap. It's Hampton. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Running behind that left side. Breaks the tackle.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Rides to the back. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll run it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Back to throw, it's Carr. Pressure coming, and down he goes.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
Wants to bring it back. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Running inside, it's Alexander. Got enough for the 1st. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Spence. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They'll move the tight end. to the air. It's Carter. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, when you talk to quarterback coaches, they oftentimes say, my goal for my guy is to complete 65 to 70% of his throws. That has not been the case for this guy. He is under 33% throwing in this game. That's the reason, guys, why they're losing.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Throws to the tight end. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the try is no good. Thought maybe that field goal could start some momentum. Instead, the deficit is still 16. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. On the run, it's Mobley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They go right back to him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to...
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
Intercepted by Vanderbilt. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step 1. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a 1st down.
They'll run it. It's Hampton. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Snagged out of the air. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Last possession, the interception led to a touchdown, tightened this game up a bit, and now they'll try to get things back in order with this drive. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Here's Carr to throw. Looking down the middle. A spectacular one-hand grab.
And offenses practice this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. On the ground, it's Mobley. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. The offense changing the play. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And some penalties you just can't take. Delay of game, that's right at the top of the list. 2nd and goal. They get a big win here and start the season